Hey Glammers! Kumusta kayo? Welcome to Dr. Glam podcast. So our podcast is all about relationship. And today's topic is how do you know she or he is the one?
Ow.
So did you know that I was the one when you met me? If we go back to the time we were together, you saw me and I saw you. Remember that time?
Yeah, I think at that moment, the very first time that I saw you,
Yeah.
see, the thought didn't occur that you are the one. Dominant thought in my head was just, I like her. I really, 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 really like her.
And I don't want the world to see me.
So when is the time that you thought that okay, this is the one and I want to be with this person till the rest of my life?
I think I had the feeling. I never questioned it. It wasn't she the one. That wasn't a thought, right? But I knew at that moment that I wanted you. How about you?
I still don't know. Because for me,
You stole my answer.
how do you know? No, I still don't know. I actually, a lot of people ask me about it. How did you know that she was the one? Because you guys are together for the longest time. Like we are together for now 14 years. And it seems like we are so stable. This is our relationship. We have all our goals and our relationship ahead of us. So a lot of people ask that from me. That is why I wanted to make this a podcast that I want to know about your thought. But me personally, I do not believe that, a person is with someone, it means that that's it, that's they're together. Actually, for me, I believe in building things together. It means I like you first, and now that we are together, I gonna make it happen for you will become my the one. For me, it's not like the one will just appear. For me, the one will build by my own effort, and relationship is both side efforts, right? It's both way effort. So it's my effort and your effort, how much we want to be together, and that is how we make it, build this together. And you're gonna be my the one and I gonna be you're the one. It's not just like, oh, I found the one. So I feel sometimes people like mix it up with the kilig and butterfly moment when they see each other. Like when you see someone that the person looks good, or physically like you feel that, oh, that's charming, or it's just the person that I imagine in my dreams, like, okay, or imagine in my imagination that it has six pack, nice
Yeah.
jawline and all that thing. So sometimes they fall in love, or they feel that, oh, this is the one. And then they get together, and then a lot of wrong things happen
Yeah.
because they mix up like the kilik time.
It might just be a
Impress-
crush. But actually, just saying that a song popped into my head. Well, I'm not allowed to sing, our audio person during the testing.
There is an echo.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let's go back to our topic. What was our topic? Okay, yeah, you're right. I totally agree with you. The killing moment, especially during the start,
Yeah.
could be a crush.
Yes.
But the one, meaning the person that you want to be with in a relationship, especially a long-term relationship.
Yeah.
For me, it should be like it. I feel it's a person that you don't have to work so hard to be in a relationship with that person. That the things come naturally. You feel comfortable with each other. You don't have to totally change you.
Like you're telling like be yourself
Yeah, because
while
some
being
people,
in a relationship.
yes, because sometimes, especially people that we are not meant to be with, we end up changing totally ourselves.
Yeah. Can you give
That's
me
a
an
sign.
example
Like
of
the one,
changing yourself in relationship? Because for me, I feel there's two type of changes. One is the one that you said, and that's why I want to know what
growth.
example is
Yeah,
that, or
growth
the other
is different.
yeah, growth
Yeah,
together.
sometimes you grow with each other, or the person you're with challenges you to grow.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yes.
Yeah,
So what are the
than you
changes you're
being
mentioning?
not comfortable. Like you're not you. Like that.
Like for example, you are introvert, and then you in relationship you become someone that you need to always go out or hang out, or stay up late. That's not you anymore.
Well,
Is that what?
Again, as I said, right? If you won't be comfortable with it. Now, sometimes some changes come and you feel you've broken free and you've
Yeah.
broken through,
Yes.
and now you're flying and soaring. So that's a good change, right? But if it's a change that's making you
Yeah.
uncomfortable, doing things that you really don't want to do, or going against, because all of us, we have a certain
Beliefs.
belief system.
Yeah, I agree.
So things like that.
What you're saying is actually connected with my thought because the
That's why
person.
you're with me.
Yeah, that's why you're together.
Yeah.
That's actually one of the thing that you will know that if she is the one. Like for me, it's she, right? So she's the one. Is that we are compatible.
But just to go back, you are not sure I'm the one.
What?
You said it. Beginning of, you said I'm not sure.
That you're the one.
Yes.
No, I didn't say that I'm not sure that you're the one. I'm telling that how we're gonna be sure that if the person is the one. And
Okay, I was just clarifying that.
yeah.
Okay, you can go back to
and the
what you were
other thing
saying.
is sometimes you don't need to be sure if you are together. When you're together with someone, you don't need to be sure. Oh, like all the time you have to question, is she's the one, is he's the one, you don't need to be sure. But while you are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree with that. If that is the dominant thought in your mind
Yeah.
when you're with somebody, tell your person.
Yes,
Because it's not fair.
because I mean, when you boxing that in your mind, you're limiting the growth of the person, and also you're limiting yourself from growing to love different aspect of the person. Okay, I am sure now that I love you. I'm sure now I want to be with you, but I'm not sure if this is the end for us, because it's like I already settled. That is what I am not sure means. Like, yes, I'm sure right now, I'm content right now, but I want us to grow more. I want me to grow more, and how far you can come along with
you.
me.
And
Yeah.
if the person doesn't come with you, then maybe the person was the
Yes.
one until that stage of your life.
Exactly. So when like we are together, the person in our stage, like we are together, like we know that. Look at
I'm
me.
listening.
You're funny. So we know that we
I'm
are.
interested.
Are you interested in my thought? Like, these are the thing that compatibility that I'm talking about. Like, we are intellectual compatible. We value each other goal, and we respect, we trust, and we can have a good conversation together. We actually stimulate our mind with each other. Like,
Exactly. And sometimes we challenge our belief
exactly,
and
channel our
thought
belief.
process.
Exactly.
But
So
in the
this.
end, most of the time I say, hey, whatever you say. How about that?
Excuse me, sometimes I also say that like whatever you say. But yeah, that is one of the thing that you will know that if this is your person, if you have the same value, you have goals together, that you want to achieve these goals as a couple together, you support each other goals individually. So in relationship, it's important that the couple have connection, intimacy, physical intimacy, and even emotional intimacy.
That is very important.
Very, actually, it's vital for relationship. Not just important, but it's vital for relationship.
Vital.
Can you believe that? So for the person to know that this is my person, you have to also ask yourself, are you being totally the person that you are in relationship as well? Because sometimes you keep on questioning the other person, oh, if she's the one or he's the one. And usually when you keep on asking that over and over in relationship without looking at yourself, that how much you are putting effort, how much you are growing, how much you are communicating. So what will happen is there will be sometimes in the middle of relationship, someone will come along and will give you those butterfly and those kilik, or will give you some appreciation, or those basic things that usually starts from the first of relationship. And what will happen is there will be a mixed feelings, and you will feel that, oh, maybe that person is the one, not the person that I am together with. So that is why it's very important to know when you are into relationship, what is the values that you want and how far you want to go with that person, and not stay superficial, because sometimes we mix up those butterflies. We're like, oh, we don't have any butterflies anymore, so probably you're not the one anymore. Instead of like thinking of what happened to the butterfly, we can think of what changed in ourselves, because sometimes it's not always about the other person but also ourselves.
Yeah, but just because it's the topic, out of curiosity, Why would you ask yourself if the person that I'm with is the one?
Of course, because when you are,
I mean, what could be the situations that
yeah,
such
situations,
such thing come up, right?
yeah,
Is somebody else showing interest in you?
yeah,
That's why you're questioning. Or if are you
mm,
having feelings for someone else? That's why
mm,
you're questioning if my current
mm.
relationship is the one or not.
Yeah, there could be a lot of situation. One could be conflict or challenges that comes or problems that comes into a relationship. There are a lot of problems that come into relationship which we do not have it when we just started. Like our first year we are together is all like travel, butterflies, and oh, what we gonna do? Like, we don't go that deep about relationship. But when the time that we live in together, we start building things together, there are a lot of things that comes into a relationship. Like there's a lot of challenges that come, a lot of things that we might forget that what we wanted. Like for example, I might forget that I want to be appreciated, I want to be acknowledged, I want to be seen, I want to be, love, or I still want those love language that I have. Like for example, I want to hear that like I'm beautiful, or you look like this, you look sexy, or challenges about financial challenges that might happen into relationship. And that is the time usually couples may ask that, is this what I really wanted for a relationship? Is this my person? Is this the person that I want to deal with? So when
Or
I
sometimes you can just get bored, right? Like you fall into a routine and
yeah,
then nothing changes
that
much.
also,
And then you
yeah,
start questioning and saying, is this my life? Is this my
yeah,
person?
or is this what I want to be? And that especially with the social media right now, you can see like in the Instagram, Facebook, and all that, a lot of platforms that you see couples like they traveling, parang they don't have any problem. And the movies that we watch is always kilig moment, butterfly,
Yeah,
even
and
the
when they
person is
get
old.
together, the
Yeah,
movie is done, so we
yes,
don't see what
the after
happens
marriage.
really during the relationship.
Yes. And even like when the time they buy, like a couple, they buy a house, they build a business together, even a couple that they go to travel, they never show behind the scene that for them to go to this exotic travel or a luxury travel, what did they do? How much they work hard, not only for the money, for the budget that they need to have for the travel, but how much hard working they had behind this. So they don't see it. So usually people see when the dream came true. So these are the things that usually couple they might mix it, that in the middle of challenges that we don't see it because we don't see this thing in social media, we don't see it in our movies or anything, that when challenges happen, for me is not the right time to ask if this is the person I want to be with, but it's the right time to ask how much we are together in this. And that's the time that you can be strong in communicating to each other, like how much we value each other and how much we want to push through with it, and how far we can go with it. Like me and you, we had so many challenges, especially when we start our relationship, and even all of our businesses and even our career and all that. We were in our early 20s when we started, and we were away from our parents, and it was not easy thing, especially like for me, my parents, they're like my role models. And one thing about my family, my mom and dad, I never see them fighting, or they never discuss about challenges in front of us. So I personally never know that challenges exist in relationship. I thought it's always romance, butterfly, hugs, kisses, because that's what I see. That's what been raised. So I remember the first times, like when we had challenge in our business or our relationship, I really questioned that, are you really the one for me? Because I felt that, why we have problem? I thought we love each other, and that's the end. We don't need to have problem. Why we have problem? If we have problem, so we are not meant to be. So that is why I wanted to talk about this. What are your thoughts, since you're listening?
My thoughts on what?
What were you saying? Yeah, about when the time we had challenges, did you ever thought of, am I the person for you? What went through
That's
your thought
interesting, that
process?
background, right? Like how we
Yeah.
were brought up contributes or causes a certain way of feeling, like
Yeah.
how you how you share that because you never saw your parents fighting, and that's a way of parents shielding their
Yeah,
children from trauma,
protecting. Yeah.
protecting their children,
Yes.
because they don't want to show, or they want to have one front with the children,
Mm-hmm.
that you thought that having challenges
Or a problem
or a
between us.
or like, let's make this smaller, right? What do you mean by problem? Like, we had miscommunication, we didn't see eye to eye on certain things, right? Because some people could be in more difficult situations and call it a problem. What I mean is like abusive relationships or stuff like that, so that's out of the table, right?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Okay, so like having challenges in the relationship made you question if I'm the one.
Having challenge in the relationship, but also how you react through the challenges,
Yes.
because I only see your reaction when we have dates, when we go out travel, but I didn't see you when you are inside, when we have problems.
problem, yeah.
So that was the first time I saw you. Okay, this is her face, this is her voice, this is her reaction when there is a problem. That is the things that I never seen in a relationship of my mom and dad, or as you said, they shield it because they wanted to protect us from it. And for me, what I learned was I didn't know how to handle such things. So for me, that was the point that I was thinking, if this is the person that I want to be with, because I wasn't aware.
Yes. Well, I think at any point in relationship, it's valid. Ask the question if this is the right person for me, because it's a preference, and also it's your life, right? So at any moment, it could be the right time or the right reason for you to ask. Since relationship involves two person, your partner also has the right to know what you're going through, because let's say you start asking those types of questions, and then your partner is not aware of that, then it can produce more unwanted circumstances. Yeah. There's what was the topic?
During that time, what was your thought process?
Yeah. Oh, what was my thought process? Well, I never thought about the relationship. I think it's very different from one person to person, because
And we're so
one of
different
very
from one
different. Yeah,
another.
one of my love languages is to fix problems. So that is the way I show love. So when there is a problem, I get busy fixing it because I want it fixed and done.
You mean
I focused on the problem, on fixing the problem.
on fixing the problem without talking
Rather
to your
than-
partner that there is this problem and we need to fix it,
I can't talk about.
like that?
I don't know what you're mentioning, but what I imagine is,
That you're fixing the problem.
it seems like you're talking about a specific incident, but I'm talking
No,
in general.
I'm talking
For
of
example,
general.
yeah,
Problem
like
in general.
yes, like we have a challenge at work, a problem arises, and then I get busy fixing the problem at work. That's the thing that I mentioned, right? So being in relationship is to update each other about where you are at. It's important. That's why communication is key.
What do you mean by that?
Where you're at, like if
Yeah.
if someone
You
is
are still in
Yeah.
love, you
No,
mean
no.
like
Like what
that?
I mean is, if someone's questioning relationship or feeling they don't receive much love, better to question or bring it up right away.
Yeah, you mean communicating.
Communicate,
Yeah.
yes.
So vulnerable, be open and share about
trust-
it and
and trusting,
communicating.
yeah.
Yes. So these are the things that I mean, it's nice because while we are talking about this deep, we
Yes.
also learn from our own point of view, because
Exactly.
that is why suddenly you see us like really go deep about it, and
Yeah,
this
and then go
and
off topic.
and this is important. Like
Yeah.
I like it. That is it's nice to also grow together with the
Yes,
podcast.
yes.
Yeah.
And also very important, again, like I think we mentioned this during our first podcast, that one thing that really helps is when you communicate to each other, to trust, to be open enough to
Yeah.
communicate honestly,
Yes.
and to
listen
to be
also.
open and trusting enough to listen what is being said, and not put meaning into it, meaning into what they say. Don't make it all about you. It's when the person is opening up, it's about that person. That's what I mean. Because sometimes during communication,
Unless the
people get
person
defensive.
will tell something about you that, of course, is already about the person.
Well, yes, that's why when communicating, it should be a responsible way of communicating,
Like
not
talk
pointing
about-
finger, right?
yeah.
Like if you're talking about your own feelings, you cannot say you did this, therefore I feel this way. It's just talking about your
Yeah.
own experience.
Yeah, that is right.
Yeah, so that's a good point. Yeah, when person is talking, talk responsibly, and the person who's receiving the information, receive responsibly as well. Do not put meaning into what's being said.
Okay, to summarize our podcast,
How to know if he or she
is
is
the
the
one.
one? Our answer is you never know.
You will never know is the one. And that is the beauty of it.
Yeah. Well, if you never know who's the one, when somebody pops the question and asks you to marry them, how do you answer that? You're the one for now?
No,
we never see from that point of view.
that's the
because
thing,
That's
because
it's
when-
a straight relationship. They
because-
want to get married.
It's like telling that, okay, I'm alive for now, tomorrow I'm gonna die.
Exactly.
So that is why
You don't know.
you don't know when you're gonna die.
Don't know until when you're alive. Same
Yeah.
way, you don't know if that person is the one. What
In
you
the
know,
relationship.
yeah, what you know is this person is my person right
Right now. And I'm going to give all my effort,
yes,
all my being for this person and for myself, because whatever you do for that person, you are actually doing for yourself. The moment that you feel that you're giving and you feel empty by giving, so this is something that you need to stop and take a look at it.
yes,
Because relationship, it's not about give and take.
it's
Relationship,
not about being forever.
yeah,
It's not about being sure. It's about loving
yeah,
yourself and
loving
that person
and growing.
Yes, because remember, you can't love another person unless you love yourself fully. And then that's when you
Definitely.
can love someone else fully as well.
Yes. So for the name of love, this is it. If you guys have any comments,
Yeah,
don't
how about you
forget-
guys? What do you think? How do you know if the person is the one? We would like to hear
From you guys, yeah.
as well.
Don't forget to share and subscribe. Love you, Glammers. Paalam. Hi, Glammers! Kumusta kayo? Welcome to Dr. Glam.